Hey everyone, horse girl drama has spilled over into the real world. We're going to be covering an extremely viral incident that took place just a few days ago, and as it turns out, what millions of people thought was just a funny back and forth between this beginner rider and a very obnoxious antagonist named Destiny is actually a dark and sinister tale full of twists and turns that will, without exaggeration, completely shock you. This is so much deeper than anyone even understood when they saw this, and the person in question here, Destiny Godin, is by the way, a writing instructor and the owner of the ranch, may actually be a far more ghoulish and monstrous character than anyone ever could have imagined. We begin today's story at the Lazy King Ranch in Queen Creek, Arizona, and don't bother looking it up, by the way, because their social media presence has since vanished. So on the night of September 18th, TikTok user Kate Johnson, who's a newer horse girl, by the way, only about a year in, not a full-fledged horse girl by any means, posted a video of an encounter she had just had with another horse girl, our story's antagonist, Destiny, that would get over 20 million views in the following 24 hours. The caption reads, "I was loping Magnum," that's her horse's name, "and he got out of control and I stopped him. Then realized the reins on one side were not clipped to the bit, so I fixed it and apologized to the man I got close to. The lady comes running over," I think she means galloping over, by the way, of course, because that's just how horse girls get around. She comes running over, screaming, "I came to the arena to practice my riding so I can get better, and I have gotten better, despite people like this. And I'm done staying silent about some of the bizarre events that happen behind the scenes. The police officers loved Magnum though, and we got a sticker. Thumbs up emoji." She originally posted only a snippet of this interaction, the one that went viral, but a day later she uploaded the full interaction front to back, and I'll just skip right to showing you that one.
"Beginners are in this arena," and she said, "You pay this woman to teach you?"
And she said, "Yeah, and you probably should too, bitch."
But she's not paying me right now. You're riding, and there are beginners in this arena, and if you want to be a bitchy horse girl and say it's not cool for beginners to be places, then go ahead and agree with her.
You just said I can't ride, so if you think you're cool telling me I can't ride, who are you? Contradicting. You're saying I'm a beginner.
I'm telling you, you almost crashed into that guy.
Is that your business?
Yes, because
No, it's not
I'm
your business.
also riding in this arena.
Okay, and I slowed down and I stopped.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Did I not?
No.
She did.
Yes, I did, and I said I was
No, you
sorry.
didn't.
Okay,
So
you
glad
You
you're
did
still
not.
in high school.
I know. Grow up.
For real.
Grow up.
Are you serious? You're the oldest one of this group. You can't even hang out with people your own age.
Okay.
Hey, we're way more because people her age are probably you.
I
And
asked her to not ride my
keep
horse,
riding.
and then she threw a fit.
No, you yelled at me. Approach is everything. Approach is everything,
I
Destiny.
expressed that I had a concern, and she instantly
No,
lost her
how did
shit.
she come at me? How did she just come at
very
me?
aggressive coming at her.
Yes, because I know that she cannot control that horse. I just watched her. I just watched her.
Found herself to be collected.
She just almost ran into that guy, and I'm asking her
Hold on.
not to run like that.
Okay, she's not here.
And it is okay for me to ask that. So she can disagree if she wants. It's against the rules.
There's no
It
reason.
doesn't matter. There's no rule on there that says I have to ask nice, but there is a rule that says she should not do that.
You left her human decency at the trailer.
What?
You probably left that out, to be honest.
What got left?
Your human decency?
My human
You probably left it over.
decency?
You came and
She
yelled at her.
let
You
this
could say
horse
nicely.
Hey,
another horse.
guys, they know all about it. They know all about it.
She let him
I'm
beat
so
the
glad
shit
you're
out of her.
trying to intimidate her. And
I'm not trying to intimidate her. She is intimidating people in this arena
No.
that are
I'm so
beginners.
sorry.
Hey, are you gonna let me say something? Let me say something.
No, you told me to walk away, remember?
When
so
we-
now you get what you want. Don't run past me.
You are a psychopath.
I'm so glad
Holy
you could express your feelings. Thank you.
Right, they refused the vet, so she killed the horse.
Don't worry.
The vet died because you refused vet care.
Are you kidding? I spent $3,000.
After a month after she was infected, telling you should get a vet.
She wasn't infected.
She was infected.
Oh, you want the report?
No, because I know.
You actually agreed to pay that bill?
No. Yeah, not 2 months later. Not 2 months later. Yeah. Don't ride past me. Don't ride past me. I'm a beginner. Don't ride past me.
Yeah, you're a beginner. It's true. You ride like a monkey humping a football.
What was that? Say it again.
You ride like a monkey humping a football, Caitlin.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now don't break the rules again.
This is really cute.
Don't break your horse's back.
So broad, I understand how.
So you hear her drop her big one-liner here. You look like a monkey humping a football, talking about Kate's horseback riding, but I thought about it for like a few seconds and just could not, for the life of me, figure out how that even makes sense. I mean, it seems like she practiced this in the mirror a few times. She really enunciated, like she had this planned out, this big one-liner, but it didn't, I don't know, I don't see how a person riding a horse could ever look like that picture. Like, it just doesn't make any sense as an insult. Kate, on the other hand, and she did apologize for saying, don't break your horse's back, but I'd be lying if I said that that one didn't crack me up. See, that zinger actually did land. Anyway, at that same time, about, well, like 3 or 4 hours after she posts this longer form video, Kate posted another video, this time a follow-up where she explains the essential backstory of how she originally met this woman, Destiny, and why there's so much heat between them. It's very interesting and adds several more layers to the story and actually really does paint Destiny as a dreadful person, far worse than we ever could have imagined from her behavior in this video, which was already not great.
Okay, I have stayed quiet about this for months, and I'm going to give a little backstory about this woman at Horseshoe Park in Queen Creek. Back in May, a mutual friend of ours had a horse that was a rescue horse out of Mexico, and I really wanted a trail horse to fatten up and just ride as a trail horse. The agreement was I would keep her, fatten her up, and just ride her as a trail horse, and if I loved her, I could buy her for $1,000. Her name was Diamond. The first day she got to my house, Magnum, my big black horse, that was running after her, and she ran into one of the twist metal things on the fence and cut her chest open. I called the vet immediately. She came out. I paid $650 and had her stitched up. I had them separated. I had her in her own stall, double locked with a harness also that locked because Magnum knows how to move the horseshoe piece back and forth. And it was about 2 weeks later that I woke up to a pounding noise, and I hit my husband and I said, oh my God, will you go out there and check what's going on? Please tell me the horses are okay. Okay, well, they were not okay. Diamond was severely injured. She had a puncture wound right below her vagina. She had bite marks on her ankles or her hocks. It looked like she was dragged and kicked on the side. And I called Dr. King, my vet out of Florence, and it was like between 5:30 and 6 a.m. She didn't answer. Nobody was answering because it was so early. So I called my friend Rebecca, who's a few streets down. She's a certified vet tech, and her husband already went to work. So I drove over there, and I watched her kids and got them ready for school while she came over to help Justin with Diamond. She said, this horse needs a vet. And I said, okay. I kept calling Marcy, my friend who owned the horse. And she said, no, we're not getting a vet. And I said, you have to come get her because she's not safe here. And I don't know what to do. I was panicking. But again, my husband has a lot of experience with horses, and he was taking care of this while I was inside the house panicking. I didn't just let it continue. They were separated. He was hosing her off, and Rebecca was assessing the situation. So the original horse owner came to get Diamond, picked her up, and she brought her to a friend's house. And that is the friend that the lady at Horseshoe Park that was being not so nice. That's where she comes into the picture. I will attach a few screenshots after I'm done talking because I really don't understand how to use the green screen. I said, I will call a vet. And she said, no. I'm like, I will call a vet. We should take her to the vet. And she said, no. My husband, as Diamond was loading in the trailer, said, let me know what the vet bill is. We'll pay the full cost. And she said, we're not taking her to a vet. Later that night, Destiny sent a text saying she was going to buy Diamond. And I was thinking, don't you want to see if she gets through the night? And she was $1,000. So after discussing with my husband, he said, we are not paying for this person to buy a horse. We said we would help with the vet bills. But there were no vet bills because they refused to take her to the vet. That was at the end of May. This horse died about a month ago. So I guess she fell and couldn't get up, and the owners shot her in the head. Or they called a friend to come and euthanize her by shooting her. Then I get a message saying, what's your address for the Holloway bill? And I said, this is not my horse. This has been at least a month and a half, 2 months. Like, you bought the horse. That is your horse. This horse is your financial responsibility. Mind you, I felt awful this happened. Like, I would never want any animal to hurt. Like, I break for squirrels in the road. Like, I love animals. This wasn't intentional, and I felt very bad about the horse being attacked by my other horse.
Kate did in fact share the screenshots that she said she took of the conversations she was referring to here, where she very clearly claims responsibility for Diamond's injuries and does in fact try to insist on getting Diamond to a vet. And as you can see, both times here, it was refused, and even the suggestion to get Diamond some antibiotics was refused. Destiny sent Kate this text shortly after Diamond had been euthanized. Yes, I am upset that you let your psychotic horse kill another horse and then acted like you were sad about it when all you were sad about was having to spend Justin's money. It doesn't show in the way you text or in the way you don't have a job. And Kate responds, I do have a job, and Destiny says, being a mommy isn't the kind of job you want. You can't handle a real job. Which honestly is a very confused sentence. I don't really know what she's trying to insinuate there. And she also calls her a disgusting monster. And then she seems to bring up some kind of incident that happened at Jessica's party. She accuses Kate of being mean to everyone. She's out of control. And then claims that she doesn't care and thinks it's fine that this horse attack happened and was just happy to get out of this without having to pay anything. To which Kate claps back, Justin offered to pay the vet bill. You guys refused to vet and you asked for money to buy the horse instead. It's like you weren't there, LOL. Finally, she also shares a screenshot of Destiny demanding Kate's personal address so she can send her the haul-away bill for the horse Diamond's body after they euthanized her. So it appears that Destiny refused vet treatment for this horse, Diamond, causing it to get worse because it wasn't treated, and then actually had the horse killed or killed it, and then tried to have our protagonist pay for the haul-away bill. And this expose won a lot of people over. Destiny's TikTok, which is now deleted, and Facebook, now deleted, got flooded with people, and that was going to be a hell of a story on its own, right? But I had a full reckoning on this wacky story right here, all ready to go. But wait. Enter TikTok user the Hippie Cowgirl 5. Now, Hippie Cowgirl originally posted a video that was sort of just roasting Destiny for her behavior.
Hey, Destiny Godin, that was quick. Huh, the horse world really is small. I've got some thoughts since you want to say that somebody else is riding like a monkey in a football. First off, honey, you're too big for that horse. I'm sorry, but you are. You're too big for that horse. But let's talk about your riding. Let's talk about you riding in yoga pants and tennis shoes with your toes down and your heels up.
But it wasn't until the next day that she posted a follow-up video that made things very interesting. Hippie Cowgirl claimed to have received a deluge of messages from people unrelated to our protagonist Kate, but that recounted and detailed, apparently with receipts, a legacy of deception, abuse, and murder. Okay, well, not murder, but she does appear to be keeping a ton of horses in, like, horrible conditions, and several appear to have died unnecessarily in her care. Again, these are allegations, but I'm pretty compelled by the case that was made and that I'm about to lay out for you.
So last night I posted a video. It was a stitch of a video where this self-proclaimed horse riding instructor basically was bullying a young lady at her facility. Destiny Godin, Lazy King Ranch, I want to say Queen something, Arizona. And since that video was posted, I have received messages from several different individuals with receipts, with screenshots of text messages and screenshots of emails with receipts showing that this person is not just a bully. This person is a person who should not own horses. I know of at least one horse that has been unalived in her care and allegations of several others. I'm waiting on confirmation of some others, but this goes beyond bullying, y'all. This is somebody that should not be anywhere near horses. So if you love horses, stay tuned, because I'm going to be blasting all this shit.
Now, Destiny, who is, as we've discovered, an instructor and who refers to the Horse King Ranch as her business, posted an extensive response to all of the hate she was getting on her Facebook business page, which is now closed, but luckily I have a screenshot, and it goes a little something like this. Good Lord, this woman is long-winded. To all of you coming here to flame me and destroying my business, I just need to let everyone know that Ladyboy Johnson, referring to Caitlin, does not think she is a beginner writer. And if she has posted anywhere that she is, I have a photo that shows otherwise in her own words. Okay? Also, for her to pretend like she does not know who I am is absolutely a fallacy, except that she said this whole backstory the same day that she released this clip. She knows exactly who I am. She leased a horse not too long ago from a friend of ours and let her own horse named Magnum beat the ever-loving snot out of this horse. She had a broken hip, 2 broken ribs, a smashed face, a broken eye orbital, and traumatic brain injury. Caitlin hidden her bedroom, not hid in, but hidden her bedroom while all of this was occurring, texting me furiously to come get the horse before it got killed. I live 30 minutes away from her and I was working. Not everyone can drop everything and go help Caitlin. I paid for the horse's medical intervention and she did pass away. We kept her going for about 4 weeks, and that was all she could do. A broken hip is a very guarded prognosis. If anyone would like to see the vet report, I have it. Caitlin promised to pay that bills because she was responsible. She also promised to pay the haul away. Again, not the haul away, but the haul away, which of course, as you can guess, she paid none of that and did not take any responsibility for what happened. I can't stand a coward, and I can't stand it when she allowed Diamond to be killed in the slowest, most torturous way possible, so if she has tricked any of you into believing that she's the victim, she's duped you all. Look, Ladyboy Johnson made me famous. I straight up told her she looks like a monkey humping a football when she rides, 'cause we have all thought it. I love that she took it so personally. She is a coward and a crybaby, fake-ass cowgirl. And this screenshot was posted as a response to Hippie Cowgirl by a TikTok user. Not sure if it was an account related to Destiny that was trying to defend her and like her ranch, or just someone who had become involved in the drama like me, which prompted her to respond in kind and put the claims she made in this tirade to bed.
Hey, so this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Since my video came up last night and it was late, I have received multiple messages from multiple different people detailing the kind of abuse and neglect that this person perpetrates with their animals. And I have receipts. I have screenshots of entire conversations. I have screenshots of pictures of what animals looked like before they went in her care and what they looked like when they expired in her care. I have receipts for it all. So whatever she's saying is absolute bullshit, because I've got the receipts and it paints an entirely different picture. One of abuse and neglect. She's got 30 horses crammed in a small pen, and again, I have receipts for all of this. So, nope.
Hippie Cowgirl claims that Destiny Godin is keeping dozens of horses, or I guess like 24 plus 6, 30 horses, crammed in abysmal conditions, that several have passed away in her care that should not have, and best of all, that she has the receipts for all of these claims. One such message she received said this: "Destiny is a whack job. I'm sure you're being flooded with messages and stuff. I moved here and went riding with her one time until my horses got here back then, and I almost couldn't go on the ride because of the shape all her horses were in. I wanted to cry and puke. She has her husband, who works law enforcement, cover all allegations made on her animal care, I've been told. All the horses were so skinny I couldn't ever go back. She is a piece of work." But just wait, because Hippie Cowgirl has kept following up. She was not about to let this go, and followed up the very next day, claiming that she was getting more evidence of Destiny's alleged impropriety and even illegal behavior and maltreatment of these animals roughly every 6 hours from numerous different sources.
I just thought that you were just some mean girl yahoo who was a huge hypocrite because clearly you don't know what the f you're doing, but I underestimated you. You are way worse. Over the last 24 hours, I have had no less than five different individuals approach me with proof and receipts of your abuse and neglect. You stole a horse, and I know you stole a horse because I've seen the text messages. I have the text messages that you sent threatening that person with legal action, with a fake law, like a fake attorney letter, saying that the sheriffs were down the road. They weren't. Saying that the animal was malnourished. I saw a picture. No, it wasn't. What you did is called extortion. And then on your page, you put that it was donated. I can prove that horse was stolen. That's extortion. That's illegal. That horse is worth thousands of dollars, presumably. That's grand theft, and it will catch up to you. I will advise the individual that you stole the horse from to contact the police about said extortion and grand theft. Now, let's talk about your abuse and neglect and the amount of animals that you have unalived on your property.
And by the way, I can't show the horse abuse video that she did upload to TikTok on YouTube here because I'd probably get demonetized for it, but it's real.
I have pictures and video of that too. Your property is vile. It's nasty. You have way too many animals crammed in too small of an area with not enough food. They all look underfed and malnourished and unhealthy. I've seen several videos of you unaliving horses with a shotgun because you have gotten blacklisted from just about every vet in your area. I have the dates of those incidences as well. You have absolutely no business being around horses at all, and to call yourself an instructor is the biggest joke I've ever heard in my goddamn mother life.
Okay, now enter Candace, another TikTok user who appears to have made an account just for the purposes of calling this out. Candace claims that Destiny actually stole the very same horse her friend was riding in this clip. The big viral clip stole that horse, whose name is Butters, from Candace. She shared screenshots of the horse when she had him, along with messages that she sent to Hippie Cowgirl. I will read them for you now. It says, "She wanted my registered Clydesdale," talking about Destiny, "who I was selling after having him for 2 months because he was too big and couldn't keep up. This being said, he did need groceries?" That must be a typo. "She came to see the Clydesdale the first time, said he was good enough for her husband, and said he would be in a police program." So more evidence here from yet another person that this guy is some kind of law enforcement. "I thought this was great. Fast forward, the trainer, her husband, and herself come out, they take out the Clydesdale, saddle him, and ride him. The Clydesdale was perfect for them, no bucking, etc. I sold him to Destiny's husband for $2,500. She sent me $500 after finding Butters' post so I could purchase Butters and she could bring him down for me on the way to pick up the Clydesdale. Fast forward, that deal happened, everything was fine until 3 months later, I get emails and texts and photos at 6 a.m. with my Clydesdale dead, being told it's my fault, etc., when I haven't seen him in 3 months. I then found out he died within 2 weeks of her having him. She then hires a hauler to come to my house to get butters. She claimed there were police down the road in case I asked for them. Many times they never told them to come. They then showed me an attorney letter that basically said I had to give butters to her or she has rights to process all my horses that were and still are healthy and fat like butters should be. She faked it all and manipulated me to the highest extent. I just want my horse back home. So this is all just crazy. Guys, this Destiny creature really does appear to be up to no good, but unlike most of our reckonings, I made this one not because this person has been completely punished. I mean, she has, in the sense that all of her social media is gone, and her career is wrecked, and her business is probably destroyed now that this is gone. So, 20-something million views, guys, like 1 in every 10 people in America, a little less than that, like 1 in every 12 people in America has seen this at this point. But if she really is stealing and abusing these majestic creatures, she needs to face more punishment than that. A person who does the things that now numerous people have alleged that Destiny has done to them should absolutely be nowhere near these horses, and should certainly not be running a horse-themed business. Now, I'm no horse girl, but that much seems obvious. If she really did steal butters from Candace, as she insists, then even the horse she was riding in this viral, totally unrelated video to Candace was stolen. Hippie Cowgirl returned a final time to say she had gotten all the information that she had been sent and compiled it and sent it off to people who she says are actually interested in helping. I was not one of them. I just took notice of all this and made the video myself.
So I have people who are willing to make a difference, people who are willing to bring exposure to this entire situation. I have people that are in a position to do something about it, willing to listen. Now, what I need is the people that know things and have evidence to talk. I'm not sure why Miss Piggy has some power over the people around her. It's absolutely astounding to me because, like, so much of what is going on is so obviously illegal. And the only answer I have to why people are not willing to talk about this, even though they have evidence, even though that they can corroborate all of this, is because Destiny's boyfriend is a police officer in the Tempe Police Department. And I will be going on Twitter and sharing all of the evidence I have against him on Twitter and tagging the Tempe Police Department. If they want to claim their boy, then okay, we'll see what national folks have to say about that. You can't defame someone if you're telling the truth. You can't harass someone if you're telling the truth. You can't libel or slander somebody if you're telling the truth. And as much evidence as has been presented to me, she doesn't have a case. Y'all can prove what you're saying. I need y'all to talk, please. For the sake of the animals in her care, I need y'all to talk to the parties that I provided for you.
But as of now, no legal recourse against this unbelievable goblin has been taken. And the more attention this story gets, I figure the better chance there is of that happening. If this lady really is running some kind of horrific horse factory, she should be arrested or at the very least shut down and prevented from working with these animals anymore. Okay, that's our first and hopefully not last episode on Horse Girl Karen, Destiny Godin. I will probably have a hopefully big update on this soon as the story continues to develop. Crazy stuff, guys. Hope you enjoyed this story, and I will see you soon.